Psychonauts.
Psychonauts. She's great.
Where's all my blood going?
Everywhere.
It's going here, right?
Everywhere. Entire body. You right?
I'm doing some clip in here.
It's from the
Fight and flight scene.
So you're gonna sit up as always. Yeah. Okay. Right. We're gonna take in 3 deep breaths. Okay. Inhale, exhale. On the third one, the third exhale. On the third exhale, you're gonna let out all the oxygen from your lungs. And then we're gonna go. Inhale it in about 10 seconds. Make sure your lungs are filled at about 80%. Okay? And then just lie back. And then on the 10 second, I'm gonna say inhale, one final push, and then we're gonna count together. Okay? All right. Start the song again. Okay. Okay, sit up. Is that song?
Yeah.
Sit up. Okay, 3 breaths. One more deep breath. And one more. And exhale everything.
I can't do this.
Come on. Come on. Steven.
My whole body's going on.
Steven, relax. 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 Steven, relax. Let go. Trust me. Let go. Inhale. Come on. Come on, Steven. Okay? Steven, no! It's your ego fighting it. Relax, let go. Relax. It's normal. My friend did it the other time too. Okay? You're just nervous. It's okay, right? You're just nervous. Tell me. Talk to me. What are you feeling? What are you feeling? Talk to me.
Dude, I'm already like
Adrenaline. Adrenaline.
I'm already on like on the high.
It's just adrenaline.
Like that I was when I'm
just
doing
adrenaline.
breathwork meditation. Like
It's
my whole
just adrenaline.
hands
It's
are
your ego.
numb.
It's ego.
My stomach is numb.
It's
and my head is
ego.
numb.
it's ego. Why is it numb? Why is your stomach numb? From the emotion? Or from the K?
No, it's not the case.
No, it's just your emotion. It's just your nervous. It's your ego. Leap of faith, bro. Leap of faith. You can do this. Leap of faith. This is what it's about. You've done this before. Just tap back into that prior emotion that you put your fears aside, man. You've done this before. It's not the first time. You've done it before. Okay? Get into the music. Let your mind go. Submit. Relax. A couple of minutes, you're there and back. Okay? Don't think. Alright. 3 breaths. Don't think. 1. Empty your mind. 2. 3. Exhale all the way. Exhale, 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 and go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Don't puff it out. 4. Inhale. Lungs. Into the lungs. In the lungs. In the lungs. In the lungs. Hold. 1 breath. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Exhale. Relax. Close your eyes. Relax. It's beautiful.
Are you smoking in front of me?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Oh god, these hands are so heavy.
Sure.
But they were heavy before.
Yeah, they were.
I'll skip the song. Tim, skip the song.
I'm trying.
It's too loud.
You like this?
Did you actually turn it louder, right?
Just one notch. Just one
Really?
notch. And then,
Because I was like, I think you misunderstood me. I said, why is it louder? And you thought I wanted it louder.
Oh, oh, really? I just heard louder.
No, I said like, why is the music louder still?
Okay, I understood.
And I think this is DMT.
Maybe.
But you said, and then at some point I was like, no.
And then I turned it down. And then I pressed the wrong button and I shut off the screen because they're too
Mongol.
close. That's
Yeah,
why
I
the music
was like,
stopped.
I was like, this is like the most intense moment of the trip. And why is it kaboom?
I'm not
Why
used
is
to
it
this
kaboom?
phone, man. I was like, and I tried to use your finger to reactivate.
You
It didn't
did?
work. It didn't work. And then I
What?
just like, yeah, I tried to use your finger to activate this, and it didn't work. I even did this with your face, it didn't work. Like, fuck.
It shouldn't.
Yeah,
It shouldn't.
it didn't work. So then I saw this, and I just pressed play, and then it worked.
How did you stop the music?
You know, I just pressed lock. When it was open, I pressed this by mistake. These two buttons are too close to the rocker.
Yeah, but if you lock it now, it just also keeps going.
It didn't. It would turn up.
That's
It just,
strange.
I don't know.
I was like, man, in my head I was like, I couldn't express it, but I was like, man, Tim, like, did that thing run out of battery or something?
I'm not used to this setup, man. It's a
Did that shit run out of battery?
It was a technical difficulty. How do you feel?
It was
What
nice
happened?
to cry. It was nice to cry.
What happened?
I saw Buddha shape for the first time.
Yeah? Oh, you saw an entity for the first time.
I saw Buddha shape.
Good.
That's called an entity.
It's an entity. Yeah. It's an entity, yeah. The higher you go, the closer you get to the entities. And then the higher you take, you pass the entity and you go straight to the breakthrough. Maybe if you took 30, you would have talked to the entity, and the entity would have talked to you. Who knows?
Did her sister See an entity? You can talk to her?
She saw her granny.
Really?
She saw her granny.
You saw little creatures.
I saw these
Many little.
I saw these orange and yellow balls, like basketballs, like jumping in and out of me, and they were so excited to see me. They were like, "Oh my God, he's back here!
He's back.
He's back here! Woo!" They were so happy to see me, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" It was my astral body though, not my physical
Tomorrow we
body.
could try 30.
Maybe.
But I definitely saw a shape. It was bigger at the bottom and small at the top. So I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, it's the Buddha.
Maybe.
And it was like, I was going back from dark, a little black suddenly, and I was crying. I know I cried a lot.
I cried a little bit. I didn't see any tears though. There was I didn't see any tears, but we'll see. Yeah.
Because in my head, like, oh no God, I'm crying rivers. You also have like this self-talk also while you're in.
Yeah.
I have a lot of self-talk.
Sure, normal.
That's normal.
Sure, that's your ego.
I was like, wow, I must be crying. He must be seeing me crying. And I'm like, hold my hand. Yeah, you held my hand, I think, right? Oh no, that's you trying to do that.
No, in the beginning, I tried to do that. Your face didn't work. Your finger didn't work. I'm like, fuck. And then I pressed the button. I saw press play, and then I saw that you were trying to grab or something.
Yeah.
And then I held your hand.
Yeah.
You
I was
know,
really sad, and
for support, I felt it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I grabbed your hand.
And every time I went there, it was lighter. It is darker and lighter. it's this thing. When we go there, it gets a bit darker, and there
Maybe.
it goes a bit lighter.
Maybe. Colors?
Mm.
What colors?
It was still predominantly purple, pinkish, I'd say. But because there's like orange, it was also a bit of orange when I went this way. It was like
Well,
bright.
there's a light there, obviously.
Yeah. And something I thought to myself during the trip, I was like, it is true, you can't fool yourself. You have to play the music, that's your emotion. And for this trip, this song would have been a better song.
Which
It's a
one?
more suitable song. This is a sadder song.
This one?
Mm.
Maybe. I don't know. It wasn't congruent.
Because when you're on the trip, you still feel whatever you feel.
Correct.
It's like meditation.
Because it's your subconscious, yeah.
You feel, you're not supposed to feel anything special. You feel whatever you feel. That's what they say in John Kabat-Zinn. And what's this? Wherever you go, there you are.
Psychedelics gives you not what you want, what you need. But the song that you played was just such an upbringing music. I really enjoyed it, and you seem to enjoy it too. I don't know. Congratulations on your 4th trip.
Yeah.
5th trip. Whatever. So how are you still yet?
No?
So how are you still yet? So, is there anything to be worried about? Just seems to be getting better and better every time the more you take. In my opinion, of course.
It's a good reference experience. But yeah, I mean the threshold that builds up to it. Man.
Man, you were shitting your pants, dude. You were shaking. And it's normal. Kalen, he was in that state for an hour. I was sitting next to him trying to calm him down for an hour. And then just before I put it into his mouth, he's like, I can't do it. It's like, and I was like, I got him by his neck, kind of like right from here, from these pressure points.
Oh man,
I got just a little, I just touched him a little bit. I was like, listen to me right now. Open your mouth, and I pushed him towards it, all right? And I said, let go.
I have to admit though, I was really chickening out. And even when I took it, I was like,
You were puffing it out.
I was half taking it in.
Yeah, you weren't committed. You're not committed. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by surrendering. You're not surrendering. You're not committing. Even at a lower dose, you're not committing.
But this was a necessary
Step. It's fine.
This was a necessary step.
It's fine.
It builds trust for me that I can come back and I don't need to worry about my breathing,
Sure.
which I always worry about.
Sure. But you breathe anyway.
And everybody has different steps. Some people need just one. Some people need 4. And I think it's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's why there's no need to push it more. If that's what you wanted, then that's what you get.
But yeah, tomorrow we can try a mini step. We can try a 30. You know, I have trust on the 25. That's what 25. Legitimately 25.
Exactly 25.
Okay. Thanks.
Sure, man.
Love you, man.
Sure, man. Love you too. It's cool.
But I don't notice, like, the moment I got in, I was like, you don't really have time to think. You just,
It's like,
the moment you exhale, you don't even have time to think, like, oh fuck, what did I do now? Or fuck, I was nervous just now. Now I'm not nervous anymore.
it detaches you. It shoots you. Cool.
But it's interesting that you say I did hardly cry, because in my trip when I turned around to the dark side, I was like all this pain was coming.
You know
out.
why you didn't cry? I think like literal tears, because your crying wasn't based on sadness. It was more based on happiness. That's what it looked like to me. You were more happy than sad.
Really?
It was more like relief. That's why
Did
it
you
wasn't.
capture?
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
go in a little bit closer?
No, I didn't. Because I was fucking dealing with this bullshit. You know, I'm getting used to your phone too. Technical difficulty. But it was just it was coming from a place of relief and happiness and bliss, not sadness and terror. Therefore, or maybe you think you cried, but maybe you're a step further in your evolution of therapy, and you don't have too much, or maybe you don't have to cry so much anymore. Who knows?
So I saw an entity. So what's the next stage after the entity?
Talk with the entity, dance with it, meet more entities.
You know what? I think I learned interesting for the fact that I'm such a visual person. I notice I don't actually focus on the visuals too much. For me, it's all about the emotion. Like how am I feeling?
Because that's your predominant feeling or sense right now. Maybe in the future, when you've gotten all over your fears and your emotions and everything's great, maybe you'll see more visuals. Again, gives you what you need, not what you want. You need more emotional strength right now, courage. That's what it's concentrating on. As like you said, it's building trust. It's a fucking ride, man. That was your trip. 10 minutes.
And then you fucking puffed in my face. What?
No, I was
Like,
just puffing
dude.
here. No, I was puffing here, and I didn't know it was gonna affect you. You're like, are you fucking smoking? I'm like, fuck. And then I got it out, opened the window, got air in here. You know.
This showed up on the tray puffs around.
I do it with other friends. They don't say shit, you know.
No, but I don't like it even when I'm awake.
Okay, that's fine. I understand. Cool, bro.
So the light is the most intense in the beginning, and then it goes. It was orange and purple and pink, and that's where I noticed like, hey, this music is getting louder. That's like 1 minute in or something, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. And then you interpret it as like I want it louder.
Yeah, I heard louder.
And then I go to this side and I start like in my head I'm crying, and I go into my sadness. And my hands are all numb, and I hear a kaboom. I was like, fuck. Now like what happened? Now I'm in the next universe, and it's darkness, and there's no music. It's not happy anymore.
Is that what you saw when the music stopped? It was like darkness?
No, it was already dark. I was just like, oh well, obviously this thing ran out of battery or something. That was my rationale.
But here's the thing. You're always present to a certain degree. You're always conscious.
Yeah.
And when you have a breakthrough, you're not conscious. Like you're just gone. And that's the interesting thing.
But are you saying when you have breakthroughs, you wouldn't even notice what music was playing?
I don't know.
If it was playing?
I don't know. I couldn't even interpret it, what it means. You understand? You can't interpret if the music, I don't remember music or stuff like that. I'm just in this other place with a greater omnipotous entity, being, source, God. You're God, I'm God. It's like there is no ego. For me to hear and understand that the music's off would mean that I'm interpreting everything through my ego, through my consciousness. When you break through, your ego doesn't exist. You just are. You're just present in consciousness in eternity.
But I did feel that. I did feel presence. Because I was like, whoa, like my fear from the last 10 minutes doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like the past was just gone.
Because you're breaking through, your ego is dying. That's the process of ego death. So when you take the higher dose,
there's only now.
There's only now. When you take that higher dose, that time where you battle with your ego of senses, hearing, consciousness, Tim fucking vaping, all that kind of stuff, it doesn't matter because it doesn't exist where your consciousness is. It's something so deep and so profound that words don't exist. Time doesn't exist. That's why it's infinite. You just are.
That's why it's so hard to articulate anything
You
when you're in a
can't.
trip, right?
You
can't say
No,
anything.
no,
Like,
you can't.
you're just in your head. You're thinking it, but you can't articulate it.
Maybe you can see smells and you can taste visions and stuff like that. Maybe you get some what's the word for it? What's the word for when you taste smells and stuff?
It's neither here.
It starts with
dark
S.
or there.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Maybe it's also because
Synesthesia.
maybe it's also
Synesthesia.
because you're wearing a black T-shirt.
Maybe,
like
I don't know.
seeing
Your subconscious,
black.
you know.
But we also see things if we just conscious and we close our eyes. You see like
Of course,
patterns.
you
and
see
weird
patterns
shit
like
and-
this. It's like you know, like on a black background, you see like smoky patterns, like made out of
Yeah.
like grays and
Yeah.
stuff and blues and tints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
And you can really like if you can focus on it, you see like a patchy, like a neon patchy thing that it moves wherever your eyes look, even when you close your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I saw Buddha.
Nice, man. That's good. God knows what else you're gonna see. Wait till you're in the presence of whatever it is, the higher power, the source. Let's just say the source. When you're in the presence of source, that's when you're given all the information, the wisdom that I was talking to you about last night. And it's profound. That's what I want you to experience. Because that's when you really understand, you get it. And even when you get it, you bring it back into this reality and you try and explain it to people, which you just can't. You can't, because it's, how can you bring in wisdom that doesn't originate from this three-dimensional reality with time? It originates from a very higher dimension. You can only experience it. And you know that it exists. And that gives you the peace of letting go of everything in this material world. You understand? So, nice.
It's cool we did this thing.
Good, man. Yeah. Good. So now we can continue in our normal existence. Welcome back.